What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to well, I wouldn't say back to, but it's a Division video, but let's just say it's a different type of Division video of sorts. But it's some topics, some issues, and some points that really need to be driven home. This nail really needs to be hit on the head. But before we hop into that, if you happen to be new to the channel, ground and pound that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so that way you know each and every time a new video is uploaded. Just reach up there and trigger that bell. So I'm going to split it up into several different categories. In this first category, let's hit over the topic of players versus content creators. But of course, we all know content creators are players themselves. It's just they have, whether it be a little or a lot of well-known status. So basically, when it comes to content creators, a lot of us are considered toxic. We're considered mean, bullies, you name it. Any kind of name that you can, throw out there as far as when it comes to toxicity, then that is general accusations that are thrown. But here is the thing. Typically, the trash talk always starts from some player that runs into the content creator in the dark zone. Whatever, if he's got a smaller channel that he's just trying to get out there and he wants to make a name for himself, and he keeps getting bodied and he don't want to be more or less on a highlight reel of the said content creator. But if he knows he's outmatched, let's just say, for instance, he's solo or a duo and the content creator's in there with a squad. To keep from more or less shaming himself because let's just face it, he's a bot. He figures he'd get, on a possible video in other ways, so he decides to go up there and trash talk. Now, he might not just want to get up there and, think he might be getting in a type of video, say, because a lot of content creators do trash talking videos of people they stumble across in the dark zone. Let's just say that he's just kind of perturbed at the way the content creator acts in the videos, or how he portrays himself in certain ones. But you got to keep in mind, all content creators are not perfect, and when confronted, that we will 9 times out of 10 bite back. But let's not hop off too off topic. But let's just say he, for whatever the case reason, the player wants to start trash talking. As a content creator myself, are we supposed to just sit there, take it, have it on mute? And that answer would be, most of the time, yes. I can only speak for myself, of course, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I do talk a lot of trash in my videos. But keep in mind that 99.9% out of the time, I'm in a private chat party with those that I'm playing with. The only time that I typically jump outside of my party and the private party that I'm in is if I stumble across somebody that is talking trash. Now, I can handle, a little bit here and there, but, if it's non-stop, then I've done switch servers and they, keep, switching to different servers and just keep watching for my name to pop on the screen, whether, I've killed a lot of players or I'm getting killed myself a lot of times. Then, that becomes an issue and that can, really get under someone's skin. So I can see when the content creator would just go off the flipping handle and just, tell the guy what for. And by all means, anybody and everybody has the right to defend themselves in whatever the situation may be. But here's a key thing. When it comes to trash talkers, this is my philosophy. No one can get under your skin, piss you off, give you a bad day if you don't let them. So these trash talkers, or whatever the case may be, they're calling you garbage, or you have, crap videos, or why aren't you going to get, any more views than what you already got, and so on and so forth, things of this nature. Usually I just mute them, unless it's really something funny they're saying. But, typically I won't just hop out and immediately, start jaw-japping, because basically they just want an audience. And, by doing that, and a lot of, I've done it myself as far as making trash talk videos where this guy's talking trash, and, even though I did farm him, that's basically giving them what they want. Whether they get bodied or they get you to come outside of your private party so that way you talk smack back. That way, anyway, that they look at it, they're going to be getting attention. If the content creator makes a video of that person because, you know, trash talkers getting bodied or farmed, or, and not so as many cases, but there are quite a few, that said player, when confronted and called out for the trash talk and getting beat at his own game, so to speak, will flock to social media and flip the switch, and no longer has he or is he the trash talker. He's the victim now. He's been getting bullied by a content creator, and he leaves out the part that, you know, he started the incident, right? But, you know, he goes on to anybody and everybody, every platform of social media, to anybody that will listen to his side of the story. So in turn, that more or less, if it gets too big, you know, and especially if it's a bigger content creator, then pretty much that's kind of in a way forcing the content creator to respond. Because left unresponded or no response given, that leaves, you know, minds out there to think and to dwell and concoct all these different stories, and there's no telling what this other player has said, especially, you know, if it goes viral and something, you know, really nasty and big. So don't think for 1 second that content creators are supposed to be angels, that we're not supposed to defend ourselves when attacked or confronted, especially with a lot of trash talk. Yes, you're supposed to be the bigger person, shrug it off, but we're only human. We can only take so much, and sometimes we do have a bad day or some things have gone wrong that we will unleash the fire of hell upon your ass if you know, consistently and continually push that envelope. Okay, I think that's enough of that said. Let's move on. And now we're talking about beef, and when it comes to other content creators versus channel, you know, whatever the case may be, one's jealous because of one's got more, you know, views or subs than the other, or for instance, they were actually friends at one time and then somebody let slip to somebody else, you know, some personal information or things along that line, and then pretty much had the snowball effect, and it's, you know, turned into this big rivalry. For all you other smaller content creators such as myself out there, you know, we should be collaborating together, building each other up and growing together, not trying to tear each other down, because let's face it, you know, the saying is, good or bad, publicity is publicity. I mean, you know, if one's concocting stories or, you know, trying to give you a bad name or whatnot, you know, of course, I mean, that's free publicity, because people that not necessarily watch you, but maybe watch the other, are going to come and ask you about it, whether you stream or in comments of like a video or whatnot. And it's up to you either to set the story straight, to put out a video, or just ignore it. Especially if this content creator keeps going on and on and on and won't let it rest. There's no need for that kind of stuff. I mean, no person or content creator should be sharing other personal information for another just because they, you know, don't like that they're getting more popular than they are, or whatever the reason may be. You don't, you know, it's a video game, and you know, you're supposed to enjoy it and have fun. You know, whether it be other players and especially with other content creators, we should be coming together and not tearing each other apart. You know, leave all the personal stuff outside of it and just have fun. You know, you shouldn't get mad or salty or upset or jealous because someone is rising faster than you are. You should be happy for that person. Don't you know the saying? I mean, especially if you're friends, you know, they rise, you rise. They fall, you fall. You know, you're supposed to be in it together, helping each other grow. But a lot of them are more or less just turning into a rivalry. I guess because they seen some Jake Paul or KSI, you know, whatnot, and, you know, have some fictitious beef, such as, you know, Mayweather and Conor McGregor type thing. And so, you know, it ends up being a big payday. For us smaller content creators, you know, something and things like that is going to cause you more harm than it is good. So it's best just to put that in the rear view, because you can't drive forward if you're only looking in the rear view. Shrug that off. Pay them no attention. If they're going to talk bad about you, be haters on you, or, you know, let them say whatever they want. And if, you know, people that really know you know that that's wrong, and rise above it. Don't stoop to that level. Just be you, do you. Let them say all that they want to. Let them talk all the smack they want to. Because when it comes to the bottom line, you know the truth. The people that know you know the truth. And anybody that doesn't know you, that doesn't watch your channel or whatnot, are going to come to you and see, you know, if you're going to say anything about it. And this is the big kicker. Sometimes other content creators that are kind of like neck and neck with you when it comes to subs and views and whatnot, I don't know where they get it in their heads or whatnot to do stuff like this, but they'll make up a fictitious beef to do stuff out of spite to cause beef, thinking because of that, then it's going to stifle the other person's growth, and then you're going to grow. It doesn't work that way. But this is their philosophy and strategy, and it's kind of ass backwards. But their line of thinking would be, I'm going to start this beef. I'm going to say all this kind of stuff. And then he's going to take up his time and effort, his peace of mind, to go on stream or make a video discussing it. And so if they can take up your time from actually enjoying it and actually making content that you really want to do and make you actually discuss it and talk about it on a stream or a video, then they've got you. You're playing right into their hand. So I say whatever beef is out there, squash it. Don't bring it into your content as far as, you know, making whole live streams a discussion about what this person said to you or what they've said behind your back or how much smack they've talked about you. And then the other content creator that's doing all that. Are you not a grown man? This is not Minecraft. I mean, come on. That's little kid shit. This is not Days of Our Lives. This is, you know, gaming. So stick to gaming. If you want to worry about all that drama stuff, go watch Dr. Phil. I mean, come on. Let's rise together so that way we can grow together and put all this nonsense away. And you players out there getting back to the other, I mean, give us some slack. You know, if people come at us and just like, you know, a lot of people go, well, all I saw was a 3v1 or a 4v1. Well, I'm sorry. If we're manhunt, and I've said this before, and these solo nomads or duos, whatever, come after you, then that's their own fault. I mean, they have the option to fast travel to a different checkpoint, not go looking for rogues or manhunts, but 9 times out of 10, they are hoping that the rest of the server there are fighting the manhunt, but then they show up and it's just them too, and they're like, oh crap. So yeah, let's just all try to get along, live in peace and harmony, work together, collaborate together, grow together, and stop all this childishness. But that's my 2 cents worth. I know I've rambled on. Probably going to, you know, get hate myself even for this in the comments, but, you know, so be it. I thought it was something that needs to be said, and so I said it. Because I know first and foremost that everyone that's in your circle still might not be in your corner. They say they might be riding with you, does not necessarily mean they're riding for you.